So this last video is for parents of teenagers, and I give you props. I know it is not easy. Just remind yourselves it won't last forever. So some common issues that teenagers face are depression, anxiety, eating disorders, and substance use. So for adults, that would be substance abuse. But for teenagers, since no substance is legal, it's any substance use is a sign of some type of disorder or something that needs to be addressed. So signs of distress with any of these things are sleeping more or less than usual, just like in all the other age ranges, staying in their room, which is a little difficult with COVID because in general, during the last year, we are more isolated and kids are doing school virtually. So that you kind of have to gauge. If they are staying in their room on a weekend when the rest of the family is doing something outside or something fun somewhere else in the house, that might be an indication that something's going on. Easily irritable. And again, with teenagers, it's hard to tell if this is a mental health condition or if it's just because they're a teenager. So in terms of that, it might be good to notice if they're easily irritable with their siblings or their friends. And that might be a better indication as opposed to being irritable with you as parents. Withdrawing, being isolated, frequent mood swings. So, being happy 1 minute and then really upset, sad, in a negative mindset the next. Changing eating habits. So that could be binge eating, restricting their eating, starting to obsess over diet or different things that they're eating in the house, declining grades, and poor concentration. So some ways to help teenagers are to talk openly about what's going on. I mean, school is stressful. They're getting into relationships at this point. And that's not something that parents are generally comfortable talking about with their kids, and that's fine, but it's important to at least try to have these conversations. And then COVID too is another one. Like, talk about the isolation, how hard it is, how it's frustrating they're not in school. So talking openly is one of the best things you can do, because even talking about these difficult topics can help your child feel more open to you, so that if something does come up, they're more likely to talk with you about it, and you don't have to constantly ask them if anything's wrong. Encourage your kid to stay active, especially during COVID. It's really important that kids stay moving. It's not only good for their physical health, but it's extremely helpful for mental health as well. So that can be just getting them out of the house and getting them to go on a walk, forcing them to take the dog out for 20 minutes each day, dropping them off at the gym, things like that. Trying to keep them on some sort of schedule or routine. Again, we talked about this in one of the previous videos, but people in general need structure, and kids, especially during this time, have to have some type of routine so that they can stay focused and motivated to get the things done that they need to get done. It's important to be firm with these things, but supportive and not enabling. So if your kid is having a hard time with their homework, you want to be supportive and let them know that I am here for you. I understand it's hard, but I know you can do it and you have to do it. If you don't, there might be some consequences, but I will help you through it. Instead of saying, okay, well, I know you can't do it, so let me just do it for you this time and don't worry about it. That's enabling, and that is unhealthy and can lead to more negative behaviors. And then don't be dismissive about their issues. And that's hard because, again, sometimes when they talk about things that are stressing them out or that they worry about or get upset about, to us as adults, it might seem insignificant or unimportant. But when they feel that we're being dismissive to them, then they're less likely to open up in the future. They can feel worse about talking with you because they feel like they're not validated. So when these issues do come up, it's important to acknowledge that you understand what they're going through, or that you understand that they can at least feel this way, and then try to help them work through a solution. So I think that is it. These are some helplines that are mentioned in the first video as well. And if anything comes up, feel free to message Alex or reach out to Alex, and you can get in contact with me that way. Thank you.